Hello, good people. Welcome to the Blackout Show. This is SG. So, today we're going to talk about child support. All right. Again, this is my viewpoint on it, and this is made for you to think. I've heard both sides of it. If a woman puts a man on child support, is he obligated to do anything else financially for the child? Listen, first of all, when child support is involved, at some point you feel as though this person is not doing what they should, so you lean on the system to force them to do financially for the child. Or you're in a bitter state where you feel as though, oh, well, I'm going to just make you pay child support. Y'all know how it goes. Whether you're married and going through a divorce or not. When you're going through a divorce, if you feel as though you don't want them people in your business, you can tell them, I don't need child support, right? So if you get to the point where you go to these white people and tell them, oh, you need child support for your child, and they put this man on child support, this means that if he has a job, they're taking it out of his paycheck. When he gets income tax, they're taking his income tax. If he's not paying, they're taking his license. They're doing whatever they need to do, right? He is no longer obligated to do anything else outside of that for the children. If he decides to still want to do more for his children, he can. This is the thing that you ladies have to understand, that when you go and they say, when you go and get the courts involved and they say this amount is what you have to pay, you don't have to pay anything more. They tell you that in child support. So if you're leaning on child support, how can you be upset, angry, or consider him to be wrong because he's not doing anything else? This was the option that you chose when you went through child support. They tell you this in court. Hey, this is all that he is obligated to pay, this particular amount. Now, for some of you women, you get more than you know you need. You happy. You're not complaining. It is what it is. When y'all don't get what it is that y'all feel like y'all deserve, then y'all complaining. Oh, well, you should do more. No, you shouldn't have him on child support. Because if a man is not on child support, he should do any and everything that he possibly can for the sake of his children. If a man is on child support, he is not obligated to do anything else, right? Because you bitter. A lot of y'all take this child support money and spend it on other things. Well, here's the reality of anything. Whenever I have a child, I don't care. I am the vessel. I am the creator. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. If this child, other parent decides to not want to do their part, oh well, I'm going to do it. That's just me. I'm going to make sure my child don't want for nothing. When you have a child with somebody, it's supposed to be 50-50, right? So you already got to have a roof over your head. Right? You already got to have your own house. It's 50-50 on the child's needs. The courts go even further to say, well, yes, here's 50-50 on here's the portion on the child's needs, and here's something on your bills. If you don't spend that money properly, then that's on you. If you don't make sure that your kids have everything they need because you're not holding your side of the fence up, and you got to take all this money and put towards your bills because you are not handling your humanly business, that has nothing to do with the man. You got to do what you got to do. That's how it is. Hold your part down, he hold his part down, and you won't be complaining. And furthermore, if you are doing what you're supposed to do, you ain't even running behind nobody for child support anyways. That comes from a place of feeling entitled. Oh, well, you gonna do this or you gonna do that. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. Listen, give it over to spirit. Pray about it. Their life ain't gonna be right if they not taking care of their child. So for you to feel in a place of entitlement over anybody else, you can't force somebody to do right by what it is that they supposed to do right by. It's just that. When you are spiritually aligned with your higher self, ways are going to be made. Doors are going to be opened. You are going to flourish by any means necessary because you are doing what you are supposed to be doing. Our problem is we be so worried about what somebody else doing with their life. But both of y'all laid down at the same time. And obviously you didn't make them put on the rubber. So we got to stop trying to put the accountability towards one person, and we got to take accountability for ourselves and our actions as well. Oh, well, yeah, we was together for this amount of time and da-da-da. Well, you seen the red flags when you was with them. Was they doing what they were supposed to do when you was with them? And then all of a sudden they stopped. And then you feel like, okay, now you need to go to child support because they're not taking care of them or they not doing what they got to do. I don't. That's just me. No, you're gonna deal with spirit. I'm going to let spirit mess up your whole life. I'm just going to pray on you. I'm going to pray about you and I'm going to let it go. And I'm not going to miss a beat with me and my children. But keep in mind, when you decide to run the child support to get some money, that man is no longer obligated to do anything else. At the end of the day, y'all women send these children to the man to ask them for something because you done messed up the money or you chose to do this. And a lot of men would do more for you if you didn't have them on child support. They may be going through something in their life and you pissed off that they going through financial hardship. So you run and put them on child support because at this time they can't do like you have everything together in your life at all times. But then when they get straight, they able to come in and help out even more. Like I feel like it's all about entitlement and bitterness. That's what it all boils down to. Right? I remember one time I went to go do some child support. And this sucker ran. And then I said, my spirit guides was like, let it go. Don't worry about it. You ain't gonna miss a beat. And that sucker been a leech that sucker been a leech and ain't been able to get right since. Right? But keep in mind, like, you knew that you went and put this person on child support. Why would you send your children to ask them for something? Like, your duty as a mother is to be a protector and a provider to your children and make the best decisions when it comes to your children. This ain't one-sided now. We're not going to just get on the men about being protectors and providers. This is your child. This is your vessel. This is your connection. You created this. If you know that you done put somebody on child support, don't be sending your children. Tell them, don't worry about it. We're going to figure it out. Or properly explain to them, well, they do give child support every single month. So really, they don't have to give anything. You can see if they have it or not. But be real with your children and stop being so entitled. Some of y'all been struggling for a very long time because you feel so entitled to what somebody else got going on. And this person going through hell because these white folks ripping them a new one, you taking their license and taking their income tax and so on and so forth. And some of y'all getting more money than these people can really afford. And they got to struggle to pay their own bills in their own house. And then they go get with somebody else and they in a relationship and they finally see the light after struggling. And now you want some of that too. It's entitlement and selfishness. It's for me. I don't like that for y'all. I don't. Then you raising bitter children. Because when I was raised up, we were taught to stay in a child's place. So it's a lot of things that we couldn't know because it wasn't our responsibility to know. Y'all parents these days, y'all feel like y'all child supposed to know everything. Y'all child, y'all best friends. Y'all putting y'all child in grown folks' business. And what is my child? Do what you do. But you raising bitter children. You raising lost children. And you wonder why the first moves that they make be messed up moves and why your children so messed up. Keep in mind now, it's a reflection of you and how you raised them. And to this day, My older son will be like, well, I didn't know this, Ma. I didn't know that, because you wasn't supposed to know it. I'd rather you come and me explain it to you when you want to know, when you grown, than me sitting putting a child in adult business. But y'all gonna do what y'all do, man. And hey, I don't like that for y'all, but that's y'all thing. Y'all not gonna be happy about this message either. And again, I don't like that for y'all, because that means that y'all not taking accountability. Stop putting the man on child support, then you gonna go further with spirit and with that man. I'm just saying. Ashe.